Online, it's just life now.
Hate speech has changed.
Pictures of dead bodies. No one takes the comments out.
Hate in this country is growing. Last year, there were over 100,000 hate crimes recorded in England and Wales. Incidents have more than doubled since 2013. But how hate is spreading, well, that's changing.
We're now seeing more individuals sharing hate online. The boundaries between extremist groups like the far right and the political mainstream have become increasingly blurred. We're going to take a look at the groups that have been targeted and see what can be done to stop the spread.
While the internet has allowed hate to spread more easily, technology could also provide the solution when it comes to stopping it. I'm heading to the Hate Lab in Cardiff University, where they've developed artificial intelligence to help detect hate crime online and alert authorities to it.
Our research focuses on, firstly, collecting data, ranging from 100 million tweets to 1.1 billion tweets. Using different classifiers we build, we track online sentiments around these identities and how disruptive events influence the peak of hate speech on social media.
So is there a link between hate speech on social media and hate crime in the real world?
We find where there are areas where hate speech is quite voluminous, we also see a spike in hate crimes on the street. The tweets online emerge before the crimes offline, but what we can't say is that one causes the other directly. There is an association between the two, there's a relationship between the two. In the past, before social media, if you had a person using hate speech, say in the local pub, it would only spread so far. It would be contained to the group of people you're probably having a drink with in that locale. But social media doesn't respect borders.
They've observed that recent political events in this country have driven hate speech.
In 2019, looking at anti-Muslim, antagonistic speech on Twitter, we observed that the largest spike of hate speech was on 24th July 2019, which was the day Boris Johnson formed his government.
We put this to the Conservatives, who said the Conservative Party does not tolerate any form of racism or discrimination. So are online companies doing enough to stop their platforms being used to spread hate?
Of course, social media companies have a responsibility. There are now new bits of legislation that require Facebook, Twitter, for example, to take down posts that have been flagged as transgressing laws within those jurisdictions. But this does force the most vitriolic, the most hateful to other platforms. So they end up going to underground platforms that don't have any protections. So it doesn't actually stop the hate from spreading, it just spreads to a different network.
This is backed up by Hope Not Hate, who are calling for action after they found an increasing amount of online promotion of illegal content and far-right terror on the secure messaging platform Telegram. I reached out to Telegram, but they didn't respond. So what are other platforms doing to stop the spread of hate? Facebook say they've built a team of 35,000 experts and are investing in artificial intelligence technology to prevent hate on the platform. Twitter say they've been getting better at tackling hate online. Using tech rather than relying on reports to Twitter, they are now able to take down more abusive tweets. And the government says it plans to make the UK the safest place in the world to be online and have taken steps towards that by appointing Ofcom to be the online harms regulator. But Hate Lab believes citizens like you and me can stem the spread of hate with positive conversation in the form of counter-speech.
So you need to engage with individuals. You can't just ban them from a platform. That doesn't work. That just displaces the problem to another network. So ultimately we must engage with them on an individual basis, which is why counter-speech and counter-narratives are potentially so powerful.
While social media companies are being called on to do more to stop the spread of hate crime, we as individuals can also have a role to play by challenging the hateful content you might see online.